haven't seen one of these. This is a new one for me. This is a first. That's a Downy, right? Yeah, I think that's a Downy Woodpecker. So I've seen red-bellied woodpeckers. Oh, there it goes. Pileated woodpeckers, but I haven't seen a Downy yet. Check that out. Super cool. That's my first Downy I've spotted out here. Or just on stream. Well, I got something there. Okay, that did not sound like what I was digging for, but we found a nickel. The duck is laughing at you, chat. Look at the dragonfly right there, too. Whoa, we just got a lot. Look at this. Yo! Actual content. Look at that find. I told you we got a bite. We got a Corona cap, of course, because we always get Corona caps. But look at this. Actual content. Ugh. Oh, that's on there. Good. That's a good magnet. Ugh. They're seized. They don't work. Coming soon. So we're going to get this really, really awesome billowing effect. Oh, there's Boostback. Look at, oh my God, look at that. Oh my God, how cool is that? That is absolutely amazing. So right there is first stage doing Boostback, firing the nitrogen canisters as it orients itself coming back. They'll go land on the drone ship. And down at the bottom of the screen, we have the second stage going off towards the space station filled with 4 NASA crew members. What a shot. Look at this. That's beautiful. Oh my God, I'm going to zoom in on this. So right there, second stage. I wonder if I'm going to get a re-entry burn here. Hey, this is something. What is this? So we found this little Pandora chime thing. Kind of neat. I don't know, it's like this little Ferris wheel thing. It says Pandora on it. It does say 925 on the back there. I'll take a better picture and put it in the video then to show it to you. But yeah, kind of neat. So now, how do we get a yellow lab, like Watson here, out of a black lab father? So Watson's father, his name's Max, had to have had a recessive trait in the pigment to be expressed in the hair. So Watson doesn't express pigment in his hair, but if you look at his nose is brown. Now when he was a puppy, his nose used to be very black. That suggests that he can produce melanin. So there are yellow labs that have a brown nose. That means their pigment for melanin is recessive. Both of those traits, or both of those alleles, are the recessive traits. So little b, homozygous recessive. So Watson, since he had a black nose when he was a baby, was either heterozygous or homozygous dominant for black lab. However, the epistatic trait in this case was whether or not he expressed the pigment in the hair. And since he's a yellow lab, he does not express that pigment. Now, why is your nose getting brown? This is a trait that sometimes happens in yellow labs. So to produce that black melanin pigment requires an enzyme called tyrosinase. Tyrosinase is part of that enzymatic reaction. Now, as labs get older, they no longer have that ability, or they lose that ability to have that active tyrosinase enzyme, so they slowly stop producing that pigment, and it's best seen in their nose. Now, that doesn't say they don't have that black lab in them anymore. They're not still carrying that gene, but that enzyme just doesn't work as well to deposit that black pigment. Our little student here, Watson, made a great example of epistasis. Watson, smile. Good actors always get their treats. Good boy. Good boy. We literally found pirate treasure. Look, literal pirate treasure. Oh, and we got a poop. Imagine if that was the picture moment. Look at it itch itself. It is a bottle cap. Arrived. Yeah, that's not a boat-tailed grackle. That's bigger. I think that's a crow. Right now it's in the silhouette of the sun. Scaramouche, Scaramouche. I think it's doing the fandango. Hold on, I need to put this down a little deeper. There we go. Good morning, afternoon, everybody. How are we doing today? Hello. Hello, Ryan. Hello, Tom. Hello, Dave. And hello, Rick. At least that's the hellos I see on my phone right now. Everything working and everything okay? I don't know why LiveView gave me...
Just subscribed. Good morning, Dr. Dubs.
Ryan, thank you. Sorry, my alerts weren't loaded. Thank you for the resub, Ryan. Wow, it's weird. You resubbing and not gifting. This one's actually for you. Freezing cold. No, that's a toasty one here. It is toasty. Toasty, toasty. Oh, I need to tighten my belt today. What was that noise? Pizza? I'm the worst bird identifier out here, and you still resubbed to me. Thank you, Pizza. I appreciate that. Alright, I think we have everything out of there. Let's get the cannon out. Just put this on the tripod, or the monopod. We have a monopod, not a tripod. Pizza, 1 month until we have a Twitch baby together. How does that make you feel? Does that make you want to unsub? I'm wearing pants today, everyone. It's laundry day, and I didn't have any of my hiking shorts clean. So we have to wear pants today. No kids. Well, you don't have a choice. We're having a kid. Yeah, this is like, I don't know if I might whine a lot, everyone. This is the first time I wear pants in a while. But I don't want to wear a pair of my khaki shorts. They're just a tad too hot. They're just a tad too toasty. But these are hiking pants, so they should be okay. Yeah, it's not too bad. I do have my screen, but my screen's seen better days here. Let's see if we can get it back on. I mean, my shade. There we go. This is the one pair of pants that doesn't have zip-off legs. So, yes, the rest have zip-offs. This is one that does not. I don't know if I want any cold air. This is warm and manageable. So yeah. By the way, I got a haircut today. You'll see it eventually. I don't feel like showing it off yet. There's like grackle sanctuary over here. I have the thing, I got that thing, I got this thing. Shouldn't need that battery. Oop, excuse me. I'm gonna chug some. I should hopefully get this fixed sometime soon. Rhino Rack said they finally shipped it. I'm gonna drink some car water before it gets hot. 79, yes it is. Or am I just happy to see you? Is that a Sigma 150 to 600, or are you just happy to see me? We got our first cold front. So it takes a couple cold fronts and then they start showing up. January, February, March are usually good time to be a birder in Florida. Green herring, why do you always guess my content correctly? What's up, fat chicks? That was sweet. Hey, no problem. Hope you enjoyed it. I just got my print in the mail today, too. I put it up on the wall. I framed it. So, looking good. Good luck with the Hooters. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where they'd be. I could see those pines over there being a good spot for them. We kind of got to listen and try to find them, right? That's how it works. All right, do we want to do a pond walk today or save that to the end? I think I just hear grackles over there. We'll walk over to the shade, and that's where we'll check camera, cables, and all that before we get too far away from the car. But yeah, I just hear like grackle parties over here. Haven't stopped wearing jeans this year. Oof. I could not wear jeans out here doing this. Oh my gosh. The hiking pants I'm wearing are pretty much equivalent to shorts. So maybe along this road here might be good for the Hooters. All right, I need my HDMI cable. I'm a man of dangling cables. Don't you just have cables strapped to you that you just unwind whenever you need one? I am a cyborg out here. Y'all know that, right? Ugh. I know this content spot is getting consistent. I'm kind of liking coming to this spot though, because I'm able to monitor the changes a little better. You know what I mean? Have I closed my cot? No. Do you want anything? It's unlocked and open. I left the door open for you. All my gear is with me, so enjoy that one battery pack I left in it. For the worst, yeah, long sleeves and stuff like that do make more sense for no signal. How dare you? You're gonna be a janky HDMI cable today, huh? I should tape you in. I might tape this HDMI cable in. But let's just make sure our output is working. Here we go. I wonder if, is it stuck? Oh no! It might actually be stuck. Oh, that's actually, what? Oh no. We have a beached turtle. Oh, my chat closed on me. Sorry everyone. I don't know what you're saying right now. Yep, my chat refreshed. I'm back now. But it looks like we have a turtle that might be stuck. I feel like if it got there, it should be able to unget there, right? Do you think it's actually stuck? Alright, I just saw your message, Ryan, so I'm back in chat now. Or is this like a normal thing these turtles can do? I feel like if it just started wobbling, it would come off if it really wanted to, right? Oh no, chat crashed again. Why do you keep crashing? Sorry, whatever you guys are saying, I am not able to see right now. Chat is just a blank screen. IRL chat, what is you doing? Wi-Fi disconnected. This phone is just breaking. Is it finally going to explode in my hands? Okay, we are in the chat room. Sarah, thank you for the host. I do see that. Okay, now nothing's loading. Thank you for the host, you too, Ryan. Oh, sorry, I was looking at my phone and not stream. I'm sure I can get off that. Turtle should weeble and wobble and fall off. Everything. I don't know why, but IRL chat just starts crashing. Whenever I start a stream, it crashes like 5 times at the start of a stream, and then everything comes back to normal. Alrighty, well, let's just open. Well, I mean, we're coming back here at the end. If it's still there, then we can be concerned, I guess. Yeah. But, long story short, the camera was working. Oh, Captain Jack take... Yeah, I mean, it could, but I already closed up shop. I want to tape this HDMI input over here. Tom Tillian, thank you for the follow. Look, what else IRL chat is doing? It's making my follower list like massive words. Yeah, I know. It's not like the tide changed in this little lake. Like, look at what my alerts are. They're massive words. Let's see if I can get this to load properly. Maybe if I change Wi-Fi sources? Hold on. Welcome to the start of stream. For you people who usually sleep in for the start of stream, this is usually how it goes. Where's my other Wi-Fi's? Where's my 7,000? Okay, reloading IRL chat. Closed all apps. Yeah, there's no way I'd be able to get to the turtle, unfortunately. I'm not going in that muck. Sorry, turtle. It's probably 20 feet out there. And it's on a little island that I can't get to. Yeah, I just tried rebooting chat. Mainly, I was just trying to fix my alerts tab. All right, let's go get some tape. There we go. Now it's loaded in the correct size. So weird. Oh, I hear a hawk. Camera, stay. I'm not going to throw stones at it. If the turtle belongs in a gene pool, it will get free. Exactly. Like, if that turtle reproduces and produces more turtles that get stuck, that's a pretty big failure of evolution, right? Unless it's like human influenced, I try to let nature do what nature does. But like that one pigeon we came across that one day, that was stuck because of humans. It was stuck in that fishing line, remember? I might have needed to make this longer, but shall get the job done. Boom, boom, boom. Of course, I gotta have a NASA sticker. I'm a Floridian. Okay. It's 4:09. So, we shall check on Content Lake at the end. Let's hit the scrub earlier than normal today. Let's head towards the right and work our way back around and hit the pond towards the end as well. Now, I will change that duct tape statement, Sarah. Duct tape is not as good as gaffing tape. Gaffing tape, once you start using gaffing tape, I fix everything with gaffing tape. Duct tape leaves a residue. Once I switched to gaff tape, my life changed. It's like a tape used to tape down like cables and things like that for electronics and whatnot. Like you see it, like studios and like production crews, it's their tape of choice because you don't want to leave a bunch of residue on your cables every time you tape them. Electrical tape leaves a residue too. You know, sometimes when you take tape off something, it's got the stickiness to it. Once you go gaffer, duck is a laughing track. Anyone else know how a good gaffing tape is? Oh, where do you just landed up there? Let's see if we can get an angle. It's hopping around. I don't know. Is it a shrike or what are you? Might have been a blue jay, actually. Now it flew back over to my car. It didn't make a call, and we didn't get a chance to look at it, but it's okay. Master leaving reservoir, I know, right? I don't know if they have it at a hardware store. I got it on Amazon. How's audio levels today? If I'm ever peaking, let me know, because sometimes I could be peaking. I do want to adjust the mic a little bit more. No Watsons allowed? Nope. Yeah, no. This is a sanctuary out here. So they don't want the dogs leaving their excrements and causing issues. Also dangerous too, because there's like diamondbacks out here and things like that. I brought Watson out here to another part before when he was a puppy. But then I realized, nah, it's too risky. All the brush, he can easily get into something he shouldn't get into. Stay hydrated. Thank you. This is going to be a sweaty one in pants today. Gaffer tape is the best, yes. It's definitely an IRL streamer's best friend. I've learned just to always keep a roll in my glove box, as you can see right there, because you never know when you need it. Oh, we got the Florida paintbrushes blooming today. Look at them. Such a pretty flower. Does it smell good? It does smell good. Can you smell it, chat? Here, smell it, chat. Sniff. Hope you got a good sniff. This is so educational. I should get a hold of the TKF people. Do you think I could become like a TKF featured EDU streamer? I don't know. Do you think my stuff is educational enough though? Chat pretty much knows most of the things when I'm out here. I don't really provide much more than what chat does. Smells blurry. Not very weather friendly, but it does hold stuff together well. I'm not in like rain weather though. I'm in the sun. Now, my gaffer's tape does eventually leave a residue because being in the sunlight and all that stuff. Yeah, I don't think I'd make the cut. Yeah, I don't think I'd get through the nomination process. If only I knew someone on the inside. Speaking of TKF, the round table. Usually I see some blue-gray gnatcatchers in these little trees. What year did it flew by? I don't know. That bad sun angle if there was something over there anyway. On the algorithm, we could also just put them on the front page for a week too and just have it just automatically cycle someone's bio each week. TKF is a cult. Yeah, I know, right? So exclusive to be in TKF. Like, what is that committee anyway? Like, who do they think they are? Deciding what is educational and what isn't. What's up, Drop Bear? How you doing? Welcome to the Florida bush. Ooh, what are those gonna bloom into? I'm trying to figure out where I can find some owls out here later. Hopefully we can hear some hooting. Or some backwards place. Yeah, imagine having to decide, like, who should be added when it's 5 a.m. your time. And that's when the meetings are always in the evening East Coast time. And you have to wake up at 5 a.m. and you have to coherently be like, okay, this person is educational. Yeah, that's my favorite little section right there. It's like Spanish Moss Tunnel. I haven't walked back, and usually I cut up a lot earlier. I want to go back through here a little bit more today. I do like this section. It's just very, like, neat. I see a gopher tortoise way up above. Yeah, I don't really walk off the path too much. I stay on these bike trails and the fire breaks. For a barred owl. Great horned is what I'd be looking for. Come on, focus. Nope, that. Focus on the turtle. I think I hear a bike. I have to go over here for it to focus. There it is. Just looking around. Nice little gopher tortoise. Alright, that one frond in front is screwing up our focus, so let's switch back. Oh, Ryan, it's almost like they can do that. And the people who can't attend the meetings do things like that anyway. Whoa, that's wild. Can't lock focus once good. There's not a button on the back of the camera to easily do that. I have to like reach on the side and change manual focus. It's just a go for tortoise, so I wasn't too concerned about it. If it was like a hawk or something, I would have fine-tuned it a little bit. Such party animals, right? Nah. You don't party at all. It's gonna be angry at me. I'm just gonna walk by. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you, gopher. Yeah, I could have used manual back there. I know. It's just a gopher tortoise. I don't care. We see like 500 gopher tortoises out here. Do I need to add the no back seating tag? Oop, I just hit a button. If stream dropped. Oops. I hope I didn't hit fade to black. I was wondering something. If I allow info, I wonder if I can output that one screen. Remember how we couldn't show the photo review? It didn't HDMI output for some reason. I had an idea maybe what could have been the reason for that. And I think I'm going to test it today if we end up taking any photos of things. Evening bacon. Okay. I know my monopod arm knocked the ATEM, and sometimes when I do that, I hit fade to black or I change my HDMI source. Oh, I almost ran my drone into that tree once. I was getting a drone shot of me walking through the scrub, so I was flying backwards and away. Almost went right into that tree. Oh, I thought there was a big snake around that. Oh my gosh. Do you see the hose? Why is there a hose up there? Do you see the hose around that branch? It's such a random spot for a hose. I thought it was a giant snake. Maybe that's why it's there. I don't know. It looks like they used a hose to wrap it and climb up. Oh, there's something that's just going to be a silhouette out here. But let's see if we can see what it is. Incorrect sun angle, but not much I can change with it. Let's see if we can see this. It might be a shrike. Sometimes they sit on top of these things. Yeah, it looks like a shrike. A 60K. Oh my gosh, the biggest one I've ever heard of is 50. Yep, there's a shrike perch up there. Sorry, it is a little windy today. So adds a little bit of shake when you're super zoomed. But yeah, bad sun angle on the shrike. But it is one. Neat. Yeah, can't make out much detail on it, but it is cool. Here's that. I don't know if you could see it when I was walking by. Just to show it. See that hose right there? And then it goes up here and then wraps around that. And I thought that was like a snake dangling down right there. Isn't that creeps? That's creeps. It is spooky season, I guess. Oh yeah, hopefully we come across some palm warblers today. They do those tail bobs too. Oh, red-bellied. Flying up behind me here. Oh, it's on the wrong side of that tree. Yeah, it's sitting on the wrong side of the tree. There's a red-bellied woodpecker over there. The loggerhead shrike singing behind us in the silhouette of the sun. We found pirate treasure. All right. Let's carry on, my wayward son. Ooh, land. I'm sorry I got excited. So this one will likely have to do manual focus. I'm just gonna switch on manual focus right to begin with here. Where are we at? I gotta find it here. So I need to come lower. There we go. We got a band-winged dragonlet here. Zoom in on it. Now, I don't think manual focus would work too well here, but you can see those banded wings. Captain Jack, take a picture. I think I turned Jack on. Oh, let me try it one more time. Nope. And it's gone. Did it move somewhere closer? Oh, nope, it flew over there. We didn't get a picture. Captain Jack, check bit rate. I selected B2 correct. Oh no, don't ban Sarah. My HDMI cable was touching it. Oh, switch back. Uh-oh. Captain Jack, are you listening to me? Did I turn on B2? Yeah, I think it was working. Captain Jack, check bitrate. That should be the easy test to see if Jack is working. Oh, it's not typing in chat. That means it took a picture and Chatterino might have crashed. 1 second, everyone. I can fix this. That means voice attack was working. Just not. I don't want to hear my voice. I did the exclamation point test thing too. I'll just restart Chatterino here. No, I don't want to hear my voice again. I'll just restart Chatterino here. No, I don't want to hear my voice again. I think I was in my chat. Was I? Was I in a different chat? Oh my gosh, that'd be kind of funny. If I was in Hitch's chat, because I was watching Hitch before I left home. And I was watching Ava too. Oh no. Okay. Let's do this one more time. Captain Jack, check bitrate. Oh no. Okay. Let's do this one more time. Captain Jack, check bitrate. Oh, that should... Wait, voice attack, why are you not working? If it... Oh, that should... Wait, voice attack, why are you not working? If it... The voice attack is working. Meh. we'll move on. Try it one more time without, I think there was other voices coming in, so I was confusing it. It should work now. The only other thing I can think of would be, I don't have B2 selected on my voice meter, but it should be if it picked up even a little bit. Yeah, I haven't reset up TriviaBot since I changed my password. I forgot how to do the whole authentication thing for it. So TriviaBot is ripping for the time being. Captain Jack, check bitrate. Also, TriviaBot was just starting to turn into underscore lines in chat, and nah, I don't like seeing that. Jack is back. Back again. Jack is back, Jack is back, Jack is back, Jack is back. No, 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 no. Yeah, it's kind of awkward when I look down at chat and it's just filled with underscores. And it's like, oh, no one's enjoying trivia. So it's like, meh. You won't miss it. If I don't get it back and running anytime soon. Something's crunching in there. What's making noises in there? Let's walk down this fire brick a bit. See what's crunching in here. I think this is the fire break I want to check out then too. No, this is the one that crosses over. But I do actually want, let me check the maps here. Yeah, I know how to get it for like Phantom Bot, but I don't want to get another auth and then it resets my Phantom Bot too. So I would copy the one I use for the Phantom Bot. There was a butterfly on one, but before I could get set up and put the camera on it, the butterfly flew away. They're not as close together here as well. Alright, yeah, I still want to walk down a little bit further here. But I did see something in a tree over here. Maybe we can try spotting again. I heard something moving in the bushes in there. Not sure what it could have been. Just join, first time viewers, see anything exciting animals, just go for tortoise, loggerhead shrike, and there was a turtle that might have been stuck, which might have been sad, but well, let's just say the turtle wasn't stuck. We saw a bandwing dragonlet dragonfly. It's always cool to see those. But yeah, we're just starting. Probably we will eventually see some eagles today, most likely. Unless they're out patrolling for their evening dinner. And I'm just checking these trees over here. I saw something landing over here earlier, but it probably hopped around a lot more since then. What's up, No Fear? What's wrong with Phantom Bot? Sorry, I don't program my own Chad bot. Ooh, there's something perched over there, I think. Ugh. Let's zoom in from here. This is a good distance, but I do see a puff over there. Oh no, I had the camera on the whole time? Yeah, I have lots of batteries. So there is a puff over here. Really? The puff is that the right tree? Yes. So I thought this was a puff. Oh yeah, insects are so cool. So I thought there was a puff standing up there, okay? So when you zoom in, that's not a puff. This is the way the light was hitting it right there. It looked like there was something larger standing on that branch. Do you kind of see it? The way the light is hitting that one side, it looked like a bird puff standing there. With long legs. Okay. That never happened. I mean, pretty sure Phantom Bot works pretty great for me. Have very little issues with it. I never had a complaint about it. The only problems I ever had with it, if I ever got 1,000 followers in a row, it would sometimes crash. But that was more because of the server I was running it on, less because of Phantom Bot. The only problems I ever have with Phantom Bot is whatever I run it on. The bot itself works great. Imaginary leaf birds. Oh, Rasta, thank you for the follow. Hope you enjoy your time here. Ooh, what was this that scurried through here? Something scurried. It could have been a gopher tortoise. That was a creepy sounding fence. I mean, it's the only thing I'm running on the server, so. Oh. Hey, mockingbird up there? Well, mockingbird just landed there. By the time I get the camera set up and look at it, I'll probably jump off and fly away. There's a good light though. Let's see if we can test photos maybe. We have to prove that by the time we get the camera on it, it will have flown away. So I'm also going to go on manual focus here. There it is. Northern mockingbird. Oh, it looks like it might poop. What's up, Gant? Florida panther, I have not. That'd be so wild to encounter a Florida panther on stream, too. It looked like it was doing the Valsalvas. It was like warming up for one. Captain Jack, take a picture. Everyone has pictures of mockingbirds, but actually I might not have a mockingbird photo, so dang, check out that ISO I'm rocking now. Let's walk you down to 100. Let's crank up our f-stop to an 8. There we go. Now, just to confirm, it goes to black screen. Let's switch back. And now this is our black screen check. Is it black screen? Or are you seeing the still shot? Black screen. Okay. Thank you, Sarah. Let's go to movie manual. Back to menu. Now let's add with info. So now, you ready for the next test? Now I have it set non-clean HDMI. Is this one outputting? So did that one output the still image or not? Black screen. Okay, for some, how weird is that? It doesn't HDMI out the still image in preview mode. It's such a weird thing. Isn't it a weird thing? There's always one thing about every single camera that is just like one weird thing. It's like, just why does it do that? Yeah, I thought it used to. I mean, I think it did when I didn't have this external monitor attached, but that shouldn't change anything. Oh, we're getting a little loose here. Oh, I hear you, Hawk. We're coming for you. There we go. Now we're tight. Yeah, I think it's yeah, I think that's what it is. It's showing, but the thing is, when I'm in photo mode, I'm in 4:3. But yeah, I think it is a resolution issue because when I display the photo, it's a still 4:3 and not a video 4:3. And I could output this before, so I think it's the live view not liking what the ATEM sends it. So I think it's what the monitor sends it. I think I can send it if I just plug directly in to here, but yeah. That was just nice to like take photos of the photos, you know. Did it post the URL link when it took that picture? I forgot to check that. Yeah, it did. It worked. Yeah, we're in a new area now. I don't know what's over here. I'm walking a new fire break to start out today. Tech do tech things sometimes, you know? Tech be techie. I heard a grackle over there. Don't really find too many of the grackles hanging out deeper into the scrub. Usually they're by that lake. Oh gosh, Coco. Calm down with the caps. Woosah. Take a moment and just woosah. Hope you're doing well though. There you go. Not much, just hanging out in the scrub. Looking for burbs. Burbs and insects. Hope you're having a good Friday. Little nollies running around everywhere though. See some big flaps over there. Oh, is there something perched on top of that? No, it's just a tree limb. What park is this? We're over on the Space Coast. I don't say the exact park while I'm out here, just for privacy stuff. We're Space Coast, Florida. in a scrub habitat. That's about the amount of information I provide, which is usually enough if you're from the area. What's up? Nope, we got alligator genes. Well, I mean, there are American crocodiles down in Southwest and well, closer down to the Keys, but no crocodiles up here around me. Oh, Blackheart, no, don't apologize. Just part of viral streaming. I've seen enough not fun things happen to just have it as a concern. Oops, it looks like we walked into some wet. I might be able to get through it. It does look moist down here though. Oh, that blackness right there was a snake. What's a scrub? Yeah, so this is the Florida scrub habitat. See that black tarp right there? Mine went snake. You might hear gooshiness. Gooshy. So over here is the scrub habitat. It's a habitat that our favorite birds, the Florida scrub jay, lives in. Oh, there's some seaside goldenrod over here. So it's this very thick brush. You see, there's all these like scrub oaks in them, and they make these little berries that it's a great bird habitat. And there's some certain birds that like to live in it. So very thick, but to keep this thickness in a forest, you have to do controlled burns. So it's tough to maintain this habitat. And when you have a species like the scrub jay that wants to live in this specific habitat, they do a lot of controlled burns out here because you have to burn it down, because once you get a growth canopy, you lose the scrub. The taller trees prevailing, and then you don't have the scrub anymore. So you have to do the burns, and because then the scrub jays would lose their habitat. The only way they keep their habitat is from human intervention. Plant community easily recognized by the dominance of evergreen shrubs and frequent patches of bare white sand. You're gonna CRISPR some mushroom genes. What if you CRISPR'd like the psychedelic part of the mushroom psychobilin? I do want to go over here and see if this does look like seaside goldenrod. In there, you see the white, not the white, the yellow flowers. Yellow flowers, I think, are they look like goldenrod are blooming back home right now. Neat little flower. Spots either where it's a little bit thicker. Well, thank you for the refresh. Oh, it might be a low bit rate. Captain Jack, check modems. I turned my AT&T modem off today. Oh, bit rate's okay. So it was a. If the stream, so bit rate would be like pixels. A refresh is when the whole stream stops and stutters for a moment, and it like stops and starts. I keep hearing noises. I don't know what they are. Yeah, Sarah, if you're ever unsure, you can do the LEUS command to check on the modems. Or, you know, there's the bit rate. LEUS stands for Live View Stats. That's what the abbreviation is for. Yeah, if I'm streaming directly to Twitch, there's like no way to fix that. The stream just crashes. You have to restart it, apparently. I think you have that 90-second, not like this window to restart it though. But yeah, refresh doesn't do anything in those moments. It's moist right here. I don't want to walk that way. There could be some stuff over in those trees though, but I've never walked through here. How did I hit my step goal today? What did I do? I went to Erna Nixon. I got a haircut today, and then I went to a park and took my camera for a walk. It was only like a mile loop, so I didn't stream it. I didn't really see much anyway. Saw a black and white warbler, saw a yellow-throated warbler, and I saw a male Downy Woodpecker. Oh, and I saw a tufted titmouse, so I saw some tits out there too. Usually I only see tits at my feeder. That was the first time I saw tits in the wild. Hey, if I'm driving a little further for where I get my hair cut, and I know there's a little park right there. It's not like a park that's like enough content for an entire stream though. So I haven't been there for a while. So I like to get to those little parks if I can. I think we got a little blue dragonlet landing over here. I got to back up from my focal range. Let's see. This one could be a tough one, but let's give it a try. More camera time without us. Well, that was, if it's like an hour or something. I give you guys 2... Now I can't find it. It landed somewhere in here. 2 days a weekend, between Friday to Sunday. I need to take one me day in that time. I almost did that today. But there might be weather Saturday and Sunday, so I wanted to get this in. I don't think I see it up there anymore. I think it flew off. Dang, it looked like a female little blue dragonlet. Yeah, I'm not seeing it, unless it blends right in with the sand, which is definitely possible. Oh, we'll move on. If it flies, we'll see it then. There's no me in team. Your grandfather likes the name Tufted Titmouse? Oh, there's a Buckeye that just landed over here. Let's see if it stays for us. I now see where the little blue dragonlet is too. So much content right here. Let's see. Let's see if we can get this Buckeye on camera. Gotta find it. Could be the hardest part. It like blends in. And everything's the same. So usually when I'm trying to find something out here, I can like find something else and that can scope me in. There we go. Now we got it. But out here, everything like looks the same because all just sugar sand. There it is. Let's switch to manual focus here and then just get it perfect. So this is a Buckeye, I think. Whatever it's called, Buckeye Butterfly. It was flapping its wings to show it. Oh, that white balance was weird right there. There it is. There's the flap of the wing. I got the wrong angle for it. It's still cool. Captain Jack, take a picture. Boom. There's the Buckeye. Yeah, you see it? You see how they look like little eyes? Isn't it neat? Boom. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I saw that flapping over there. It's funny you mentioned the beetle, because I did see something black scurry over into that brush right over there. But I can't confirm if that was the beetle. The coastal mangrove buckeye. Okay, common buckeye versus mangrove. So there are two different.
Sarah Holcomb
Hello.
has gifted a sub to Technethereal.
What is this? Sarah, thank you for gifting Techno a sub.
Holcomb has gifted a sub to Technethereal.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Techno, welcome to the... Did I still say... Are we the classroom? No. What are my subs called? Antibodies? No. You guys... I'm the hematopoietic stem cell. My mods are the cytotoxic T cells, or the macrophages. Other streamers are antigen-presenting cells. Subs, I think, are plasma cells. And then all the viewers are B cells, because you could become a plasma cell and secrete antibodies. Darkling beetle. Yeah, it was black and scurrying off. Alright, let's move on. Maybe I can... Again, I was also a little distance away, so I'm not 100% on that ID. Yeah, I don't know where the little blue one went. Alright, let's move on. There's the Buckeye flying around still. I wonder if I can get my own good picture of it here. Might be too close. Let's back up a notch. Nope, it's flying further away for me. Let's see here. Did it fly off again? Where'd it go? I lost it. It must have flown off again. Oh well. Oh well. Let's just move on. This is the bestest gift I got all dang week. I don't know where... Oh, it was just sitting there. It looked like a stick. It wasn't batting its wings. Let's see if we can get it to spread those wings for us. I don't have a photo of a common buckeye, so I want to add it to my Pokédex. I know I just took one for you guys, but that's a screenshot. Those aren't high quality photos. Just have to, so it stops fluttering, and then it just sits there. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, we might get a nice landed spot right there, actually. And you all can watch. I know we're not in good focus right now. There is where the Buckeye is. Get some good shots in here. 125 shutter speed should be okay. Come on, spread those wings. Do the wing thing. Do the wing thing. I will wait. Aha! Oh, there's some good ones. Yes, butterfly, you got that. Do the moves. Aha! Oh, we got a blurry one. There's one good one. Yay! Yeah, there's a few good ones in there. We have captured the common Buckeye to our Pokedex. Not to be confused with the Ohio State Buckeyes. That's a garbage college football team. No, that was never a command here. That was only in Pez's stream. I don't even know where they had, like, I think they just added a Nightbot API or something like that when David added that command the one time. So that dense pine area over there is where I think there could be hooters. I feel like that's where a hooter would like to live. What were you? I don't know, looked like it might have been a frog. Armchair twitch. Software update available. Estimated time 2 minutes. Install update now. Shut up. Watch. No. Why would you install update when we're not even home on Wi-Fi? I don't even know how you install things. Through the phone data right now? I guess it thinks you're on Wi-Fi. It'll probably connect to one of my hotspots. Sorry, I was rambling. I hear voices. Oh, it's probably Friday Night Trails group. Dang it. There might be people running around out here that I know. Let's try to avoid them. So they're not like, oh my god, it's Wade. And then they stop to talk to me. That'd be the worst thing ever. Oh, there's a couple paintbrushes sparsed out through here. After checking plants and animals off a life list when you get a new species because of scientific split, it is called an arm. Oh, I thought you were talking about you're an armchair twitcher, meaning you're sitting at your computer watching Twitch, like, you know, how they have like armchair scientists these days. Twitchers were bird watching. What? No way. Yeah, I don't see anything pollinating. Oh, there is something on this paintbrush right here. Let's see if it stays for us. It's like a black wasp. Let's see if it stays. Come on. It did not stay. It's going to the back one. Come back, wasp. Where'd you go? Alright, let's just wait a second and see if this one black wasp comes back. Or see if it goes to another one out here. Where could it have gone? This is what we're watching right now. There was a black wasp out here on these flowers. So this is the Florida paintbrush. It has a scientific name that Pizza knows, but I forget what it is right now. Scarnora something. I forget what it is. But they look like a paintbrush. Oh no. 8,000. Oh my gosh. Wait, do you count any you see with me, or do you have to see them in person? What are your rules? Oh, I'm in the wrong mode. Sorry, everyone. Yeah, oh, it's back. Oh, this isn't the one I was talking about, though. Oh my gosh. Look at that wasp. Oh. It flew off now. Oh, now it's over here on this one. Apologies for dizziness. Okay, it's not on that one anymore. It flew away again. Now it's over here on this one. Oh, look at all the bugs on that one. Look at all the ants moving. Oh, kind of creepy, right? That's a lot of ants. Alrighty. Twitchers are only interested in adding to the list of rare birds. Oh, which they have seen. Carpet from Morris, Corey, Mobo. I said it was like Corey something, I think, right? Thread wasted. Well, that makes sense. Like, are you talking about northern mockingbirds or starlings? You mean you have to write those down? What's up, Barnacle? 10 miles. Oh, wasps are, I don't know. I've never had issues with wasps. Like, I'm out here. I've never been stung by a bee out here streaming with you all. Knock on wood. You all know I get pretty close to these things. Spur Raiden, thank you for the follow there. Appreciate that. That threaded wasp was not the wasp I saw initially, though. Was not the wasp I saw initially. Pizza, are you happy? I stopped to look at the flowers. I was patient. And I waited for the pollinators to come back. And a novipositor. You missed the wasp. Yes, you did. Mosquitoes. Ugh. Oh, science is great. I didn't realize they did all their own emote art too. Their emotes are so great. It made me realize I need a mascot. I don't have a stream mascot. Like, I don't have anything to base all my emotes on, you know what I mean? My emotes are just a madness of random ideas. You know, like a lot of streamers have like an emote theme, as in it's like one animal or something. I'm too indecisive to choose one. I guess if anything, I choose the scrub jay. I thought about the whole Watson being a mascot thing. I don't want to do it, and it's a sad reason why. Because if he ever passes away, which, you know, we always outlive our pets, every time I'd see those emotes, I'd get really sad, and I wouldn't like that. I made a picture of a fly head. Ooh. Yeah, so that's why I don't want Watson to be all the emotes. It's perfectly fine with him being a couple, but like all of them, it would be sad then. Because trust me, I thought about it. I mean, granted, he does have probably 10 years left. And I don't know if I'll still be streaming in 10 years, of course, but, you know. Ooh, turtles. I was thinking manatee, but I didn't want to give streamers the wrong idea if like a raid and it was a manatee. I guess I don't really care about manatees. I mean, I care about manatees, but like they're not like my favorite animal. Although the thread wasted or wasted thread, whatever. Emergency treats for little dude. Mano, thank you for the follow. I was just enjoying that shade spot. Y'all notice I usually stop in the shade spots? Do we want to do an eagle check today? Alligator? There could be a gator. No, we can't do gators because Gator Gang TV. They're another Florida streamer group, and they're kind of their theme is the gator. Can't impede on Gator Gang. Let's go down this way. Oops. I'm gonna go that way or this way? Hi. I kind of want to walk down to those trees just to see if there's anything down there today. Yeah, I think the scrub jay is a good one for me. Repeatable. And since Florida won't make it the state bird, I can make it the stream bird. For Chattersby, I wouldn't be able to change like the entire stream like theme to the scrub jay. That's a problem. I'm too diverse for one theme. Like, so like me. I guess you could do a scrub jay holding a coin. If we find coins at the beach, that could be an emote. All the sand. Scrub jay holding a heart, of course, even though I guess you'd have to use the wings. You can't really. Geez, that Carolina saddlebag's got really close to me. When you land? More duck emotes. Yeah, my emote game is weak. Emote game is weak. This is known. Yeah, but it can't hold the heart in his beak because, you know, we can't use that one. That's Damien's. So, like, I don't want to, like, use Damien's emote style for the heart. And, like, my heart emote is just a picture of an anatomically correct heart. Sometimes we see some things up in here. So let's check it out. Oh, I see something perched over there. It might be a vulture. Looks like a vulture. I don't think it's an eagle perched over here. Let's go up here on his boardwalk. Heart skewered on thorns. Oh my gosh. Shrike love. Through the spider tunnel. Whee! Let's walk up here. Yeah, it looks like a vulture. Way over there. Oh, that was... Something landed right there and then flew off on me. Yeah, it's just a vulture over there. Just to confirm, let's look at it. Looks like a black vulture. Green herring's favorite bird, everyone. Y'all ready to see green herring's favorite bird? There it is. Beautiful bird. So majestic. With his black head and curved beak and not ugly face. All the wrinkles. Not ugly at all. Yeah, that's a black vulture. Not to be confused with a turkey vulture, which has a red head. Are you something perched? Oh, check this out. Is this a northern flicker? Oh. Was that a northern flicker that was up there, roosted for just half a second? Okay, that was a flicker. I thought so. It looked like one. It was really quick. Of course, I spotted it right at the last second. And of course, once we get the camera over on it, it runs away. And then we got Red-Bellied Woodpecker hanging out up here. Did you peck that hole all by yourself? Whoa, it went inside. It must be making its little home for the nesting season. I don't know. What's it doing? Hello. I feel like that's not a small enough entrance hole. I don't know how picky. What's up, Astra? How you doing today? I don't know how picky red-bellied woodpeckers are with their hole size. I know red-cocketed woodpeckers are really picky with their hole size. Yeah, so we have the northern flickers here have yellow in the tails when they flick and do the flicking or whatever. So that's what it's called. They use old cavities in the winter. I guess, is this called winter? Oh, so they make a new cavity for breeding season. Sometimes they would steal the red-cocketed cavities, though. I don't like that cloud. Let's just make sure it's pushing off the coast. Yeah, we're fine. We're pushing away. Would carry for... That's crazy, Barnacle. Are big anteaters. No, an anteater is a big anteater. A dust bath? Oh my god. One of the, what was it, the Audubon's Pictures of the Year? The top picture was the Roadrunner having a dust bath, right? You remember that? Hearing lots of chirpers out here. I haven't seen that red-headed woodpecker out here for a while. I'm glad we saw that northern flicker again, though. That's 2 streams in a row. Out here at the scrub, we saw the northern flicker. Yeah, the Roadrunner having a dust bath. I didn't know dust baths were a thing until seeing that photo. I think I was like photo of the year, maybe. Or was it amateur photo of the year or something like that. We have emerged. Ah, there's an ant on me. Get off. Okay, come on, darners. Where you at? You know you want to be perched. Oh, there's still an ant on me. Get off. Oh yeah, it's pretty good. Usually I had to get out in the mornings, but now that it's not thunderstorming at this time of the day like it is every other month in Florida, we're finally getting some pleasant evening stream weather to enjoy. I still find the shade. I will always find shade first. But I like to look at these little water spots here until too many bugs start landing on me. Never know what can show up here. Really, it resembles a pine nut. I didn't know that's how it got its name. Thank you, Captain Jack, for the random science fact. I hear something rumbling over here. Do you hear it? It's like a different bird. Let's see if we can find it. It's not a good sun angle, so we got to get ahead of it anyway. Oh. I have a spider on my arm. Oh, where are you flying through? You're going fast, whatever you are. Fast orb. How does Jack know things I don't know? I mean, just because I programmed Jack and just pretty much have written everything for him that he says to you all, doesn't mean I know it all. Vijo or Vio, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Huh, didn't hear it again. Hoping whatever I heard over here would show itself, but it didn't. Uh-oh, this is the moist area. Well, it's kind of, yeah, pretty much. Rasta, the ones you found would be pretty scuffed. Biology-wise, like, you're talking about, like, conservation biology? Jack's Facts, something like that. He goes through, he doesn't do outdoor stuff, but what I've seen him do on stream before is he would go through he like edits his nature photos and talks about the animals and stuff as he edits his nature photos. Nature content wise, unfortunately Damien hasn't streamed in a while, but he's always my #1 recommendation when he's streaming. But like, I mean, it's tough to be not scuffed, you know? Like, does someone have a zoom camera or they just walk around the shoulder cam? So, and like, also like, what's the community like? Like, there's a lot of stuff plays a part there. So what, by scuffed, do you mean like, it's just like a shoulder cam walking around, it's just like a nature hike then? Or like a phone on a gimbal?
Squirty23
like,
just subscribed.
Birding content. Of course, Wild Earth, but they were like an official one.
Squirty23 just subscribed.
Squirty, thank you for the resub. 11 months, Squirty. Oh, yeah, I don't know any of those ones. I don't watch those ones. But there are a lot of people that just walk around nature and enjoy nature. One I can think of is, oh geez, Sada Yikiyasia, or Sada is how I don't know how to spell his whole name out. Maybe Sarah does. You know who Sada is, right, Sarah? Out in Finland. He does like nature hikes in Finland. What, green herring? I don't know how to say his username. I just call him Sada. But yeah, I've only caught a few of his streams. I don't know if it's Jack's Facts or Jack Facts. He does photography sort of streams about wildlife stuff. It's not a it's like Sada Yakasi or something like that. Sada Sakasi. See, I was close. That's pretty much exactly what I said. Even lab molecular route, then Natty Science is a good one. Natty Science is biochem. I would say Prof. Melko, chemistry, but he's a year sabbatical up in DC. He sometimes did lab stuff. Jack Shacks, not Jack Shacks, Jack's Facts. Get your facts right. Where are the Borbs at? Here, Borby, Borby, Borby. That was a hype train. You hear the scam train going by? We don't have any hype trains in this channel. The only hype trains we get in this channel are the ones you hear off in the distance in other streams. And then Yever does geoguessing in Belgium. Ava does biking in the Netherlands. So many great outdoor IRL streamers that... Oh, are you going to land? Oh, that's a scrub jay flickering around over there, though. Not Jack Snacks. Oh my gosh. I feel so bad for Jack now. And Maya does, of course, bird stuff. But I'm sure you know of Maya. That's just like big time channel though. Like you don't get like the interaction because there's 7,000 people watching. So it's, I mean, it's not her fault for the interaction, but there's Jack's Facts. Thank you, Sarah. I don't know when Jack was last live. I don't know if he still streams. He might still stream. I haven't been able to swing by. Usually if someone's an evening streamer, I don't catch many evening streamers. That's when I'm dissociating from Twitch, which means I'm probably hanging out in Discord then. Well, I'm not like watching Twitch streams. Treats for Captain Jack. Wild Earth is nice. I used to be a mod for Wild Earth when they first started. I helped link them up to the right people to get them a check mark on Twitch without having subs because they multicast on YouTube and whatnot. So it was a messier situation. But the whole multicasting is what I didn't like. I like when streamers raid other streamers and that sort of stuff. Ooh, that's right. Those ones too. So many people. You know what? Exclamation point TKF. That'll save you a lot of time, Sarah. Jack's not on TKF yet. I don't think anyone's nominated Jack. So if you go to TKF in the Discord, do exclamation point nominate. It'll give you the form to nominate a streamer. Jack would probably be a great nomination. Not Captain Jack, and not Jack Snacks. And while you're at it, you could probably nominate Pesmerg 4. No. Yeah, you can't be affiliated or make money, really, from Twitch if you dual stream. I'm not a big fan of the whole dual stream thing. And then, like, interactivity is tough with Wild Earth. You have to, like, at FC and... Oh, I see something perched up over here. Let's see. We are a distance away from it yet, but I want to zoom in before. I think it's a scrub jay. I think it's the sentinel watching guard. Sage legend. I mean, I would too. There's one way over there. No, that is a shrike. Hello, shrikey. I'm glad we got it before it flew off. Exclamation point shrike, if you want to see what shrikes are capable of. What's up, Pookie? The taller ones, the taller ones are longleaf pines. Yo, Shrike emote, dude. Ooh. Ooh, I could do a Shrike emote, and it could be Dr. WD Savage. Because I like making emotes that you can use other places. Like, or would that be like TOS if we have a Shrike impaling a lizard as an emote? Can that even be emotable? It might be too small. Uh-oh. I got a message that says a message from Ryan was deleted by Sarah. Ryan, what'd you say? It doesn't say the message, though. Impaling a troll. Yeah, I think that'd be borderline TOS, though, right? Oh, I did that? I don't know. I don't know what the message was. It just says a message was deleted by you. I just think it's funny because you did it to Ryan. Speaking of trolling. Oh, it was just perched up nicely on this branch for us. And now it's not. Is impalement TOS? I mean, in emote style, it might come off as TOS if a shrike is impaling something on something. Let's see. Yeah. This one's not being cooperative enough. Let's go up and see if we can spot this tree here. It's playing. Sent Discord DM, not a big deal. Oh, okay. Yeah, fishing streams, I mean, yeah, they have to sometimes gaff the fish if they're a big one. A shrike with a cleaver. Ooh. That one could be okay. For the butcher bird. Yeah, that could be, that would be a little bit easier to emote as well. What's that? Oh, that's another one of those. Oh, I lost chat for a bit. You guys are really excited about this Shrike emote. That probably won't happen because I'd have to find an emote artist and all that stuff. I don't know where the Shrike went though. I'm watching this tree it was in. Hope I can get a closer shot of it, but looks like it might have moved somewhere else. We shall continue on. Oh, good night, Pookie. Have a good one. Don't worry about the bird bot uploading the photos. We'll be fine. Give Botatone a rest. Yeah, I don't see the Shrike hopping around up there anymore, at least visible enough. Was equally excited. Sounds. For how a Shrike sounds? I'm not creative enough for the whole emote thing. Sorry. Sorry, subscribers. I have failed you. Because of course you subscribe to a streamer for their emotes. Well, Yogurt subscribes for Watson Arrive. Meow, meow. Meow, meow. That sounds I make when butchering things. So tonight, I don't think I'm gonna stream it just because it's midnight. You know, the moon is pretty full right now. And locally, there's a transit of the Hubble going in front of the moon. So I'm gonna try to capture it on the P1000 and see if I can see the Hubble transiting. Transit lasts a second, so it moves by pretty quick. I don't know if I'll be able to see it or not, but I'll find out. Don't know if I don't try. For elite coffee mugs designs. I do have a Redbubble right now. I did start designing and putting things on Redbubble, just throwing things up to see how they would look and how, you know, designed. But I don't like have like actual like merch. Like for like a coffee mug, I need like a real design. I don't have anything. I'm not gonna put the For Science logo on it. It's weird. It's a dumb logo. But yeah, I'm gonna try that tonight. Oh, DCM, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I don't know how well it'll work. I'm not going to stream it though, just because I mean, I'd go live for like 20 minutes in my backyard. Do you know what trees are the tall? Yeah, the tall ones are the longleaf pines. Hello from North Carolina. Hello. My sage hoodie is super comfy and then I can complete the set. Oh no. A hoodie. Oh my gosh. Didn't even think about that. Oh. What's that duck's name? A hooded merganser? Is that the name of a duck? Because I could do a hoodie with a merganser on it. Science, thanks for the raid. What's up? How you doing? We were just talking about how awesome your emotes are. And I didn't realize you were an emote artist. You were one of the examples
David
I gave
Alexander
of really cool
82 has
Twitch
gifted
emotes.
a sub to science underscore with underscore
How you
volume.
doing? Hey, David, thank you for gifting a sub to science.
Alexander 82 has gifted a sub to science underscore with underscore volume.
Green herring, you got it. A hooded merganser hoodie. But I need a picture of one to put on it. I can't just go steal a hooded a picture of a hooded merganser. I need to find one and take a picture of it for the hoodie. You can't have a hooded merganser. You can't have a dock hoodie without it being a hooded merganser, right? I feel like it just has to be that way. Man, it's quiet right here, isn't it? Scrub is eerily quiet today. Where are all the scrub jays? Hooded crow. I'd put the eagles on it, or the turtles. Hooded shrike. Yeah, you could do an evil shrike with a Jedi hood and red eyes glowing, holding the butcher block. Jesus. The dragonfly came right at me. What, dude? Sorry, Jesus, I didn't mean to bring you into this. I hear the scrub jays, but they're pretty far away right now. Joanna, what's up? How are you doing? The dragonfly was like flew right at my face. I don't know if you could hear the buzzing. Like, oh, the scrub jay. We could do an evil scrub jay too, with like a Jedi hood on it, and that could be Dr. WD evil. Whenever I do something evil to people, because I do evil things sometimes. When I troll you all, that one could work, and it could be like an evil-looking scrub jay. Ooh, that could be a cool looking. Oh, that's good. So you have the weekend off? Let's see if the saddlebags land. Now land for the camera. Don't fly at my face again. Never mind. No more patience. It flew away. Wait, what was just sitting right there? I don't know where this goes. It just flew down. I was perched in there. TJ, I know that name. Thank you for the follow. Ooh, 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 ooh. Is this the Merlin again? No, that's Peregrine. Where are you going? Oh, it's going so far away. Come back. Come back. Oh, it's so gone. It's so far away. I don't think it's coming back. It flew through fast. It was probably the peregrine falcon flying through that fast. But I guess no way to get the cam up for that one in time. That one flew way over there though. Oh, thanks for the R. Do certain birds get you? No. I mean, they make me excited and like, you know, my heart rate goes up, but never a nitric oxide release causing blood flow to a different area. As TJ the Twitch tourist until November 10th. What happens November 10th? But birds I don't see often. I definitely get excited if they are about to fly by. A little borb chirping by there. Is it going to land? It did land, but by the time I get down there, I think it'll fly away again. Somebody banned on your original account? Oh no. Well, welcome back. I was like, I recognize that name. Asking the people's questions. Oh, we all know I enjoy the trolls for a small moment. Especially when they're asking the serious questions. You gotta answer the question seriously for them then. That was a snake. WD-40, what's up? How you doing? I like turtles. What was my dissertation about? Alzheimer's disease. I looked at fluid flow in the brain in the presence of amyloid beta plaques and how fluid flow is restricted and could starve the neurons of nutrients and make it more difficult for clearance to occur in the brain to get waste out. So over time, the neurons die because of not being able to get enough nutrients, because of flow rates through the amyloid plaques that form in the extracellular space is limited. Where are we at? Oh, there's the road. I guess I could go over here and then over to there. That could work. Okay, we gotta do an eagle check. That just goes, oh, okay, I know exactly where we are right now. Now, do we want to do an eagle check down that way or over that way? Let's go this way. I haven't been this way in a while. Do you sleep affect? Yeah, sleep is when that clearance happens. 40% worker, yonder way. Let's go yonder way. Yeah. Good idea, pizza. This is why I pay you the big bucks. Yep.
David Alexander 82 has gifted
your
a
brain
sub
is
to
going through its
Rostamuffin
clearance and
III.
getting all that toxins out.
David Alexander 82 has gifted
David.
a sub to Rostamuffin III.
Thank you for gifting a sub to Rostamuffin III. You're being too kind today, Dave. We're being far too kind. Oh, look at all the paintbrushes. That last check bounced. Oof. Yeah. Let me ask my accountant what's going on there. I'll get back to you. Yeah, it's all done through my accountant. Psycho one. You'll have to reach out to him. Matthew Walker. I have not. If we go that way, we got to go this way to get over to that way, though. I haven't seen the American kestrel out here for a while. Hope it's okay. Yeah, the Florida paintbrush is a flower. It's the purple flower. We'll come across it again and I'll show it to you. This is a skinny section of trail I like to speed walk through just because there's bikes out here and I can't really get away from a bike right here. Right here's one. Florida paintbrush flower. Nice purple flower. I hear chirping.
One Mr. Hamill donated $5.
Oh my gosh, Jesus! Why you gotta do it?
Mr. Hamill donated $5.
I hate that. I need to turn those completely off. Oh, root canals are not fun. Ryan, thank you for the $5. And the scare in the bushes. Okay, let's go up on the lookout, where we usually see nothing, but it's still nice to go up there. Yeah. Ah, the Florida scrub. Isn't it pretty? No more gift subs for you. Good. Finally. Now if I turn off donations, then you won't be able to do donations anymore either. True. Jurassic Park did say that. Their vision is based on movement. Stay still. They won't affect you. Their smell has nothing to do with anything. Oh, Trio is here and you're giving 10 bits? Oh, there's a runner coming by. I don't know that one though. They probably don't want to show themselves running. Should I face reveal and say hi to everyone? Do you want to see my new haircut? Unless it's Birdlands. Oh, they're in the thickness. There's a little bird over there hopping around. No face reveal. So I'm just going to switch over. There it is. I see a yellow rump. That's all I saw. All I saw was a rump. Let's see if it reveals itself again for us. No old forts lately. Sneaky Borb. No, I'm not seeing it now. Let's hop on the other side. The problem is I have a pine right there, so I can't see the left side in case it's over there too. Not seeing it. Oh well. I'll keep an eye over there. Oh! Is it over here? Saw some fluttering in this area. I think the stabilization does that jumping, because I'm not moving the camera much, but then it jumps while it's not moving. I thought I saw something over there again. I guess not. Oh, black screen. I was probably on the wrong one then. Yeah, probably hit 3 instead of 2. They are flying around here though. There it is. There's our Borb. That's all you get. Oh. Maybe more? Oh, it's a palm warbler. Yeah, doing little tail bobs. The other one looked more brown though, didn't it? This one's definitely a palm warbler. The other one seems a little bit more brown, I thought. Huh. Yeah, interesting. Was the first one there a palm as well? Is that something over there? Yeah, it seems like a lot of palm warblers are waking up right now and moving around on us. No. Nope, that's just a stick. Yeah, these are all palm warblers flying above me right now. A lot of them, too. They're all jumping around this tree over here. I know you can't see them. Yeah. Lots of little birds coming out and about right now. But here, let's say hello. Let's say hello. You ready? Oops. Hello, everyone. I got a haircut. I got a lot of hairs cut. I know I'm wearing a hat, so it probably doesn't look great. And I probably have hat head right now. But I did get a haircut. See, look. No more hippie head. Sorry, Dave. I'm not a hippie anymore. So short. I know. I told him, just have fun with it. Chop it off. Make it look better. And that's what happened. Usually, I go from extremes. I go from really long hair to really short hair like this. That is why I still wear a hat. Hat is so loose now. All that less amount of hair up there. So yeah. Hello, everyone. There's your face reveal for today. If you're new here, welcome to the stream. Look at this beauty. Cinematic. And pull the focus. All right, you all go back on my shoulder now. Fuzzy, thank you for the follow. I know that name. Are you the fishing Fuzzy? Are you a viewer? Just happen to have similar name. Yeah, those warblers are jumping around. Bring back hippie cut. Fancy cam. I know, right? It's like a new child of mine. Actually, I think in the U.S. healthcare system, having a child would have been more expensive than this camera. I'm just talking about the birthing process. The cost of a birth was more expensive than this setup. So by not having child, I was able to afford this setup. Just noticing I have really great equipment. It's okay. I've saved up a while to get to this point. At one point, we were just a shoulder cam walking around for these nature streams. So you slowly grow and improve. Oh no, we're gonna have the wrong angle for the eagles. I didn't think about that. I've never been out here for the evenings. We're gonna have wrong sun angle for the eagles today. Poop. I gave birth to a camera, yes. 10K in the US? Is that like what they charge your insurance, or is that what you have to pay with insurance? Oh my gosh. Why would anyone have children? You know how many cameras you can buy for 10K? Well, depending on the camera. Sometimes it's just one camera. But still. You get a full frame with a super telephoto lens for that price. I do have to keep an eye on the time. It is 6:08. Oh my gosh. We might not get a proper eagle check-in today, everyone. They're right over here. We have to... Ooh, bumblebee. Ah. Man. I didn't realize time was... Been having too much fun. I'm used to having all the time in the world out here. I think sunset's 6:50. Horcrux. Thank you for the follow. It sounds like Horcrux. At least the way I said it, which was probably wrong. Oh yeah, it depends on insurance. Ugh. Oh, this is thick. Getting out of that. Oh, I need to be in that anyway. Oh, it's a beautiful evening now. Really enjoying these weather conditions. I said it right. Oh, no way. Is it supposed to sound like Horcrux? Like in the Harry Potter? Yo, Wizard Harry. I'm a what? Oh, I don't actually see the eagles. I'll do the walk up here and over in a bit and around there, but I don't see them roosted. The nest is way over there. Probably out looking for dinner. I'll walk on down there and see what we come across. Yep, that's the real feel. Stuck under a four-wheeler? No. Radiate, oh my gosh, a hitch raid. What's up, everybody? It's only 376. Oh my gosh. Welcome, everyone. How was the rest of Hitch's day? Did you find a camping spot or did you stay at a hotel tonight? Y'all know Hitch. He's cycling through Portugal right now. Thank you for the shout out for Hitch. What's up, everyone? I'm Dr. B40. We're out here in the Florida scrub. So I got my fancy camera. We zoom in to wildlife. There's some people biking by. And I'm right now walking up towards a bald eagle nest. It's down over yonder. They've just come back to this area for their nesting season. It's just begun. And I like to check up on them. But yeah, we're in the Space Coast of Florida. So yeah, welcome everyone. So right over there, I don't know if you can see it here. I'll zoom in from this angle here, since we have a decent sun angle on it at the moment. Oh, goofball, we have to zoom. And not be, oh my gosh, that part of him being groped, that's so messed up. 3 times or something like that? It's so scary. All right, so here is a big eagle's nest up there. So they've just returned to this nest for the nesting season. And usually they're sitting up and around it, but I don't see them out and about yet. So we're just walking around out here, seeing what we come across. Usually I try to always check on the eagle. Sorry if it's a little shaky. But yeah, we haven't even come across the Florida scrub jay yet. Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh, look at the silhouette. How did I miss that? Were you all yelling? Yep, wrench to the right. There they are. Hanging out right there. Oh yeah, that Brian guy was found on the other side of Florida. I'm on the Space Coast of Florida. All that happened on the west coast, or the Gulf Coast of Florida. But yeah, there's the 2 eagles. So, I know this is at least their 2nd year at that nest right there. So the nest gets a little larger every year. So these 2 eagles last year had 2 eaglets, Rosalind and Franklin, and we kept an eye on them throughout the season. And those eagles were able to fledge, and we watched them grow up, fly around, and now they're gone. Who knows where they are now? But they had 2 little kids, Rosalind and Franklin. That's what we named them. But yeah, the parents are now back for the new nesting season, and there they are sitting up there. So I'm guessing they're getting the nest ready, doing the whole mating thing, and eventually they will lay their eggs, and then the eggs will hatch into 2 new eagles. Yeah, it's always cool to see the eagles here. I don't think we're going to be able to get the good angle today, though. We're going to try before sunset. So I'm going to move on here. So unfortunately, the sun is to our left, and we can get a little closer to the eagles down on this little connector to the right. And sunset is in like 40 minutes. So I do need to get moving a little bit, about a decent walk from the starting area too. Yep, so Rosalind and Franklin Rosalind, Franklin, of course, was the one who did the X-ray crystallography and should have got credit for the discovery of the structure of DNA. But yeah, thank you all for the follows. Usually I thank all the follows as they come through, but appreciate it nonetheless. So in this channel, we do outdoor wildlife content, beach metal detecting, all sorts of outdoor educational stuff in Florida. Twitch look better? What are you talking about there?
Marley's
Oh, there's
81
Marley's. I figured
just
you'd be in there with the
subscribed.
raid too. Hitched a ride? Exactly. Marley's, thanks for the resub.
Marley's _81 just subscribed.
Is that a Jay's cringe I
Heroic
see within the
Rub
raid?
just subscribed.
I believe Twitch counts passive watchers if you're scrolling through the front page. Oh, I don't know how all the view counts go. I'm not really worried about it. Whoa, Marley's, and then Holkrug. How much did the camera setup run you back? Well, the question is which camera. This is my new setup. So, I mean, the M50 Mach II, the body was 500, the lens was 550, monitor 100, and that's monopod another 100. I have another camera that was 700. I don't have kids and I'm single, so I have a lot of extra money that I spend on technology. And I get to bring my hobby outside and enjoy it with you all. You know, life of an IRL streamer, it's different than the life of a desktop streamer. There's a lot more expenses involved to be a successful IRL streamer. So if you guys are watching, don't do it to me. Like, no. Oh, there's the alert for Hulkrug. Thank you. Yeah, so like if you guys enjoy watching IRL content, I don't ever ask for support. I just enjoy bringing this to you. I only stream like twice a week anyway because I teach during the week. I'm a college instructor. So I'd rather see you subscribe to the other outdoor IRL streamers. Oh, a third. Okay. Yeah, maybe he was front page then. Possible. I don't care. I don't care about view numbers or anything like that. I just, anyone that enjoys wildlife bird content, I hope you can find a nice happy spot here. What's up, Dimitri? We're not shooting anything. He's the evil WD. Yeah, IRL streaming is fun. I like this because it's kind of like makes birding and wildlife content like this more accessible. Like you're all from different parts of the world right now, and you all get to come to Florida and get to see. Man, my alerts are really far behind. Did I miss any subs in there? Within all the follows. Apologies if so. My IRL chat. From Rocket Sage, yes. Awesome, awesome streamer. And a good friend. Yeah, no, Rocket Sage is great. Co-founder of the Knowledge Fellowship, exclamation point TKF. So another group of content creators that definitely deserve support. Educational streamers. That's what the Knowledge Fellowship brings to Twitch. Oh, might be able to get, the sun is to our left. So I think this is the best eagle angle we're gonna get, which still won't be a great one. They will be shadowed a little bit. But for the new viewers, do you want to see something cool that we can do here? Hold on to your butts. So there's our eagles. This is going to be our best eagle shot. Let's increase the ISO just a little bit. Oops. Sorry. Hopefully it's still up.
One Mr. Hamill donated $6.66. What if I want to support educational content creators like yourself?
There we go. Increase the exposure just a little bit on them. Yeah, I think that's the optical stabilization that does that. Captain Jack, take a picture. Captain Jack, don't embarrass me the first time in front of all the new viewers. There we go. We took a photo. Marley, thank you. Wait. Mr. Hamill donated $6.66. Was that the old one or is that a new one? And now everyone, you have the photo in chat. So the photos I take on stream here get auto-uploaded to chat. And then you can use them to your liking. Captain Jack sometimes gets camera shy. Now these ones won't come out too nice, so. But I'm gonna increase the ISO just a little bit here, just to see. Well, let's try this one over here. Yeah, not a good enough sun angle on them. Oh, my IRL, was that? Wait, did you do a new one? Was that a second donation then? No, I didn't get to show you all scrub jays yet. That's sad. Now would be a great time for scrub jays to make an appearance on stream. Scrub jays are always great content. $5 and $6.66. Well, Mr. Hamill, thank you. No, it's not going through there. Nope, I don't go off the roads. Okay, we do have to work our way back the other way. Hopefully we come across scrub jays on our way back through. Last time we were here, there was a merlin and a peregrine falcon. Well, the last two times. So. Nothing else today. Sometimes the scrub jays are also sitting out around here and looking about too. Not seeing them today, but we got to start heading back. If not, I'm going to get caught out in the sanctuary and the darkness, which won't be as much fun. Let's see, we got about 30 minutes of light left. Yeah, welcome all new followers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Before I left for stream, when last I checked in on Hit Shoes, he had like this awesome spot for dinner between these two buildings with the ocean behind him. I was like, geez, man, that's cool. So many new friends. Yeah, hopefully they're all bird lovers. I remember back, Hitch raided me back when I was beach metal detecting during COVID, back when he was still hitchhiking through wherever he was close to wherever he ended. Was he in Austria at the time or somewhere in that region? Everyone was asking me because, you know, my PhD is in biology. I teach immunology. Jeez. Green herring? Bad. Oh, how do you get that straight to Imgur? That was insane. Oh, for doing that, so I run voice attack at home. So voice attack is this thing, and I have it monitor my video feed, so it's listening to what I'm saying. So my bot in chat is Captain Jack, so I can tell Captain Jack certain things. So you can do like different overlays. and things like that. Check my bit rate, check my modems, like for the live view and whatnot. And I have it set up for him to take a screenshot of the picture. OBS then outputs that screenshot to a folder. I then, all through voice attack, I then click on that photo, I copy it, I paste it in Chatterino, and Chatterino has a feature where auto uploads that image to Imgur. I say Imgur, not Imager. Fire me. And then I have voice attack hit enter, and that posts a link to chat. Bototone is a bot that Pookie also runs, but Pookie's in bed right now. And Bototone will auto post those Imgur images to the nature share section of my Discord too. But green herring, holy cow, it shows it twice, so I'm gonna thank you twice. Did you give 5 or 10? Yeah, if you want to see all my gear, there's the link to my website. You can look at all my photos I've taken on there too. All the fun stuff we do around here. Just 5. Just 5. Jeez. Just $25. Jesus. Plus tax. To all of our new friends. Well, thank you. Hopefully a lot of great people got them. Those eagles really just chilling there, aren't they? I need a drink though. Just 5. Sue me. What's the right way to pronounce it? Imgur or Imager? You're starting a YouTube travel channel. This stuff's fascinating to me. Well, hey, if you want to follow everything, !socials. There it is. I appreciate it. So you just like YouTube, like VOD style, or like live streaming travel? No, vlogging, I think the proper word is. And we have a long way to walk, everyone. We're out in the middle of the woods still. Well, these aren't really woods. We're in the scrub. Unfortunately, no scrub jays today. I've only heard them. And they're my favorite bird. I'm with Doc. It's Imgur. The Dead House stream is great. We got rated by Hitch. Do you know who Hitch is, Mike? The hitchhiker, but now all his streams are cycling. Sony A6400. I'm a Canon person. Mike will say yes or no to that, so no fear. We'll be able to say yes or no to that. I've never used the 6400 or any of the Sony lines. Oh, just starting out vlogging. Nice, well, good luck. The YouTube's tough, especially with travel. And probably a lot of people already travel. Like, none of my bird videos on YouTube get views. My metal detecting ones get views because, like, the whole thrill of the hunt and whatever. Ooh, we might get some landed darners at this time of the day. This is going to take a moment. I know I shouldn't. Everyone loves Sony. No. I am team anti-Sony because everyone else is Sony. No landed darners. Darn it. I do want to get out to the main road, though. I haven't heard any hooting yet. So I don't usually do later in the day streams. Most of my streams are earlier in Florida to avoid the heat. So we never really get a chance to see owls. So I'm hoping I start hearing some hooting and we can go try to find some owls real quick. Wait. The 6400 doesn't have IBIS? Yeah, fake react. Yeah, I know. Yeah, YouTube's a weird environment. But yeah, best of luck. I love Twitch because of the live interaction. That's why I stream. I stream to interact with my friends. And bring this all to you all. Sometimes I make videos, and those are mainly for my mom, so she can see what I'm doing. Not all my streams become YouTube videos. I don't have that sort of time. And I don't want to hire an editor for 80 views per video. A ZV-1. Oh yeah, if you're true. DJI Osmo. Well, get the job done. No one's going to judge you on quality of your content. They're going to judge you on your, they're going to judge you on your content. Good content comes first. Quality comes second. So that's why I fake you guys with quality, and I just walk around, and every now and then I look at something. Right now I'm just trying to get out to the main road before it gets a little too dark. Oh, is that what you need on YouTube? I made a coronavirus video once, and that got me a lot of subs. So my YouTube is a fake subscriber number that looks good. Bangladeshi viewbots. At least you Bangladeshi viewbots know bird ID sometimes. Think the mockingbird, but just want to check. Oh, 4 redeemed. Yeah, we'll be able to do that by the end for sure. Oh, just a mockingbird hanging out. Fluffy Borb. Mike, I'm noticing something weird with this lens today. Like, I know I'm not moving at all, but then I see shake. It's like the optical stabilization shakes the screen to stabilize it, even though I'm not really shaking much. We need all 5 treats redeemed. And I could probably do it as I walk, too. Oh, better luck. On my out. What is it? That's how Damien carries his lens, isn't it? You ever notice that? Damien flips his camera down like that, and then he brings it up. I carry mine like this. Keeps this HDMI cable a little closer to me. Yeah, probably something weird like that. I do notice it every now and then, though. I didn't notice it until today, though. I'm gonna think of it. Oh, I'll give treats if no one else wants to redeem, don't you worry. Yeah, I'm sure the other one would definitely come in. Oh yeah, if you are new here, what we're talking about is treats for Watson. So we give Watson treats. He's at home right now. Watson is my dog. And I have a Furbo that I cam into, and we shoot treats out for him. So it's part of the points redemption things we have here. Wait, he had a failing tripod? So wait, his tripod was just broken and that's why it always went down like that? There's a cottontail. Let's see if the rabbit stays for us. It is. The lighting is so much brighter in this. Wait, I wonder. You see it stomp at me? It's listening. There's its cottontail. How it gets its name. No, focus back. Come back. There you go. Look at the vessels, the blood vessels going through the ears. Come on, focus. Nice. Okay. Silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids. Do you want to check something? Oh, yep, my exposure was still overcompensated here. There we go. So apparently it saved those settings. That's why that was brighter. Yep, did not reset after the eagles. I think holding down the one button will reset it. I hope I don't get attacked by mosquitoes. I wonder if he'll let me pass. I hope so. They have their dog. You're not allowed to have a dog out here. I think you can have your dog on this pavement area. I don't see what's wrong with that. I'm not hearing any owls. We didn't see, I heard a red-shouldered hawk, but we did not spot one. I saw you, bunny. I know, right, Thor? There's another bunny down there, too. Okay. Is it treats time? I know it's what the people want. I gotta give the people what they want. I can do treats and walk, too. Let me just make sure I have my notifications off. Wi-Fi is off. You redeemed the last one. Oh my gosh, he's sleeping. It's so dark at home. The snakes and owls. You ready? Here we go. Let's wake him up. The magic food machine. Oh. Oh, you can't see it. I got the new streak shot. Yeah, green herring. I know. I saw that too. There was that pair sitting next to each other. How cool would it be to spot those? Augie was ripped off? Where? Oh, those hit him in the face. I think this is 4. Five. Oh, well, I can't give jerky to him while out here. That's not in the machine. Tail wag, I know, right? Good boy, Watson. Sometimes he looks back at the camera and says thank you. Oh, I think some bounced off his face and might have gone under the entranceway table I have right there. Anyway, I framed my new... There's Captain Jack watching. Oh, you can't see the new frame. Added some new photos. Right over there's the other streak shot. Oh, he just laid down. Oh, someone under... Oh no, I hope he doesn't tear it all apart. No, he does. I could. I don't like him to hear my voice, because then he'll start looking for me and then feel sad. Alrighty. There he goes. But yeah. I can... Did you all see the streak shot I got from the lunch the other week? This was the streak shot, if you missed it the other week. Look at that. We have a chance to see one again next weekend. Crew 3 is launching at 2:30 a.m. Eastern on the 31st. So Saturday night, Sunday morning is the next launch, and we're going to try to see a streak shot. Tonight, I'm actually going to try to capture. I won't do it on stream, but I'm going to try to capture the Hubble transiting the moon. It's transiting in a convenient location. Streak shot is amazing. Amazing. 2:30 a.m. Yeah. You got to do it for the streaks, green herring. Everyone knows that. I need to get that reflection streak. It was supposed to be tonight. I was planning to do a really long stream today. We were going to do Hubble at midnight, which is when that transit is going to be near me. I was going to reposition and then do launch at 2:30. But nope.
Marley's
So you guys don't get
81 has gifted a sub to _iWorks.
Let me try to get the Hubble thing tonight. It's going to be too dark, really. It's going to be like, it transits in 1 second. Marley's, you gifted a sub to iWorks. Thank you. How close am I to Coco? Probably about 30, 40 miles south. Sometimes I just drive up closer to the site. But for the angle I want for this next streak shot, I'm going to stay about 40 miles south. But we'll still be able to do coverage of it. Oh no, someone broke my IRL chat. Let's see if we can reload this. Okay, we're back. Sorry, I probably missed. We're back. But thank you, Marlies. I think you broke my chat for doing that. I don't know if I missed another event to there. My chat did crash. Okay, bunnies are out. Now owls are out. Okay, it's all loading back up now. Okay, sunset. Florida's had better. Now we gotta listen to the cars. I am getting hungry. Was something totally different? What would you think a streak shot was? Like someone actually streaking? Yeah, Thor, so this was a development that didn't happen because they realized the importance of having a scrub sanctuary for the Florida scrub jays, and having a development here would have destroyed the scrub habitat, and environmentalists were like, nope, you're not building there because we need the habitat for the threatened scrub jays. And now the scrub jays have a nice, beautiful home. Speaking of laundry, 2 loads I need to do tonight. Ugh. That's why I'm wearing pants today. I didn't have any shorts left. So I plan to go out and stream again tomorrow. What should we do tomorrow? Morning stream? Afternoon stream? What are y'all feeling? With a laundry room. I know, it's like, oh, it's what you want to do. I'm indecisive. Sleep in. Do something in the afternoon. I guess I will be up late tonight if I try to get the Hubble transit the moon. So maybe something more afternoon again. Yeah, putting the environment ahead of profit is good. When do cartoons end? Shout out No Fear. Help Mike with concrete. Gym stream. W4, you don't want to see me in a gym. Probably not best for me. Oh, yeah, I mean, usually I prefer mornings. It's usually free real estate on Twitch in the mornings. And it's not as hot. Usually I'm a 7:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. or 11:30 a.m. stream on the weekends. Coming over for what? Cartoons never end. Dang. I was hoping there'd be some owls. That's why we'll never be able to replicate Damien's content. I'm trying to stream a little later to try to end for some owls, like a Damien stream, but I don't think we're gonna be able to do it. A dusk stream again could work. We haven't done dusk at the wetlands in a while. About dusk at the wetlands. I'll just take the P1000 maybe. Because apparently I don't give the P1000 enough love anymore. Yeah, not as active as I thought it would be right now. Seems to. A bunch of birds flying down there. We'll get to the lake here in a second. Caitlin gonna start stream at 7 today? That'd be a good raid idea. Dusk at the short-tailed hawk site. The problem with that site is that site closes at sunset. And it's a volunteer that does it, and I never wanted to risk being in there too late. But that, I mean, we could do that. That place does sometimes get a little busier on the weekends though, with people also walking there. Oh, Mr. Midnight, you got one from Green Herring. Nice. For you to remember who I am. No Fear 7287 or whatever. Plushy, thanks for the follow. Walk the perimeter after closing. Would that be real dark then? Yeah, we could go out there. I don't mind going out there. It's not as far of a drive as the wetlands. If I go out there for short-tailed hawk, I'd be bringing this camera. I'd be bringing the Canon again. Because if we come across the short-tailed hawks, there hasn't been any reports of them, but I feel like they could be back soon. Or they could make an appearance again. I want the nice camera there for them. Jedi Fallen Order. I haven't seen that game in ages. Wait. I thought I heard a hoot. Yes! There's hoots. Oh no, they're way over there. That's a good idea, especially we could see all those paintbrushes looking at one little area. I bet that bloom looks real nice right there now. Okay, I'm gonna walk over through here. Probably not the best idea. Oh, there's another bunny. Owls, there's a bunny. Come get it. It's out in the open. This is fine. This is fine. Don't. I hear the hoots down here. I hear hoots. Problem is the light's gonna be so low. So if I see the hooters, then I'm gonna have to crank the ISO. I'm gonna lose quality. So if we see other things right now, I'm just gonna walk by, unless it's a lifer. Did you hear it? Porcupines? I've never seen one in the wild. No Caitlin stream. No. Is she okay? I'm just busy. Yeah, she hasn't been in my chat at all today. Oh, the hooters are out. That's where we should be going. But the hoots are over here. Over there. We gotta loop over and around. I think we can. Stuck working. No! It's the nature of what she does though sometimes. Lurking and judging? Never. Caitlin never judges us. She loves us. Oh, we're getting... We should be able to cross it then. Oh, I hope it's not too dark. We're losing light fast. This is going to loop us right back around too. You heard him? Oh, we're definitely going to be close. These are probably great horns. At least they were the last spotted here. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? The first time we see an owl, it poops. Oh, I can't focus. Oh, the low light. Manual focus. Captain Jack, take a picture. Oh my God, it heard me. Oh my God, it's looking right at me. We found an owl! Sorry everyone, I have to change modes here. I'm going to crank the ISO. You got the fluff. It definitely hears the shutter. Look at that. This is my first owl in the wild, everyone. Oh, let's go back to movie mode for you all. Is this a great horned? I don't know my owls. This is the first time I've seen one. It's gone. Thank you, owl. I'm so happy right now. Oh man, that was so much larger than what I expected. That was right there in that tree. We got so close. Now it flew over to there. We might come across it again, maybe. How did the Imgur upload go? I want to go check the picture. Yes! Green herring, you gave away the surprise at the start of stream that was the purpose of a dusk stream today. Please be looking. Yay, it's looking. A little blurry, but it's looking at us. Yeah, it was pretty big. Epic shot of it taking off. I know, I didn't have, no, I wouldn't been able to get a good enough takeoff shot there. My shutter speed was only 160 with this low light. Now, come to think of it, if someone ever gets an owl taking off, that'd be actually pretty impressive because of the ISO has to be higher and you're going to have a lower shutter speed because of that. Unless you have a super expensive telephoto lens that has a great f-stop, like down to like 3, which isn't that common. It even stopped hooting. I hope we didn't disturb it. Did you see when I said Captain Jack and I told Jack to take a picture? It looked right at us and I was like, oops, it heard me. I was too loud. I forgot owls have great hearing. Sometimes everything just goes well. I'm not going to use a speed light in nature, Michael. You monster. Oh yeah, that is a highly frowned upon thing that I would never do on stream. Never should call them out. But yeah, definitely. We used to have an owl call to get the turkeys to unroost. You do an owl noise, you do the hoo 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 hoo, to get the turkeys to call back. Because the turkeys would be alerted by the hooting owl. That was my Pennsylvania days. I also have to be able to snake a look out through here in the evening like this. Oh, cicadas, crickets, something. I call them, no, they're not peepers. Peepers are what we had in Pennsylvania. They'd be like, beep, 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 around the lakes. Miggle. Ugh, almost tripped. Sort of looked like a great, yeah. I think we confirmed it was a great horned. Nice. I'm going to have to file an eBird report today. I've been bad at that recently. Those might be frogs too. Yeah, it's going to be too dark to look at anything now. They have all high f-stops. Remember that massive Sigma? Yeah, that Sigma, you're not going to get that out to that point. You need a trailer to bring that. By the time you set that up, the owl will fly away. The Sigma cannon. Crazy. And like, it was only 600 millimeters, right? Or was it 1,000? Oh, cyclist coming. Yep. Articulate Reptile, thanks for the raid. Welcome. Sorry, we're getting towards the end of stream. Hope you were articulating reptiles well. So everyone, when something is disarticulated, it means the bones aren't together. What they do is they articulate them back together. Now it's over there. Oh man, thank you, Eagle. Man, I'm hyped. I'm so hyped right now. Who was that person in chat that asked if I get excited when I see birds? Not that excited. I'm hyped, but not that hyped. Man, that troll only asked one question and left. Never got to wait and find out. The owl is my current thumbnail? Nice. Wait, like, pizza for breakfast is here, or like pizza just arrived at your house. Dang, cicada. Chill. Frika Hakan. Hello, how you doing? Sorry, I don't know how to say your name. Joanna? I can see the sofa king in it. Yeah, epidemal, that's what it was, yeah. Tropical, what's up? Left before the real content. Maybe once we get out of the woods, there might be a little bit of late. That's Joanna. You can't get me with the sofa king.
One Mr. Hamill has gifted a sub to Tropical Geek.
Even though I still said it. Hey Ryan, thank you for gifting a sub. I thought you said you don't gift subs anymore. Welcome back to the plasma cells. That sounds so weird. I don't think that's a thing. Ryan, you're so nice. Meh. I tell him not to gift subs and he doesn't. That means he doesn't listen to me. So I beg to differ. Whew. Now, I wonder if I'm going to capture. Do you think I'll be able to see the Hubble transit tonight with my P1000 in front of the moon? You think I'll be able to get it? He's trying to go broke. And I'm waiting for the day where Ryan's like, I can't gift anymore. I ran out of money. I need some help. And we're like, we told you not to do it. Yeah, I just think Hubble might be too small. We saw the space station in front of the sun. Space station is also closer to Earth, which makes it larger. I forget how far out Hubble is. Is it the same orbit as the space station? What's its height? I'm not 100%. No, I won't be streaming at midnight. No, I'm not going to go live again for it. Oh, yeah. Best time to come down, January, February. For show. You think, Astro, there we go. There's the negativity I need. That's the sort of negativity I'm looking for. Don't humble me. Wait. Don't talk up my ego. Humble me is what I mean. No, we're not streaming all night. I said I was streaming all night if there's a launch as well. I did get the new battery. So you guys know how my battery broke? Emailed the company and they're like, yo, your battery broke. I'm like, okay, we send you a new one. Like, easy. No, New Year's is, no. If you all come for New Year's, I have to make you all pork and sauerkraut, so that's gonna be stinky in the house then. Now you're great. Whatever, green herring. You're just trying to talk me up and, you know. Even if I don't see it, we saw the great horned owl today. So take that, Damien. I can bring owls to stream too. I miss Damien. Nice little water reflection here. Let's go up here to end today. Oh, how's the turtle? Let's see if we can see over there. It's pretty dark. So anyone who was here at the start of stream, focus might be bad in low light. That part I would not be surprised about.
WD40
So if you were here at the start of
SNE
stream,
has gifted a sub to Banana
there's a
Gator
turtle
Cake.
stuck.
WD40SNE has gifted a sub to Banana Gator Cake.
To Banana Gator Cake, thank you. It looks like, I think it was stuck on one of these right here. Oh, sorry, I need to, yeah, we just need to go manual focus. It's too low light. Yeah, just crank the ISO up. Yeah, that's the one it was stuck on. So turtle got down. Turtle got down. Good job, turtle. Proud of you. This is so much brighter. Oh no, don't ban. Pigeon bees are nice. Look at the reflection. Are you up or are you down right now? Is the scene flipped? Or is it not flipped? What are you? More ISO. I know, right? That was pretty wild. Wow, Mike. Twilight Darners. I do not. It'd be tough to spot anything right now, too. Unfortunately, we are fully max zoomed out. There's the sunset. Let's see where we went. Now look, a silhouette of a sunset. Let's see if we can get it down here. Nope. Oh, something just flew by over there. I like the water reflection better. I think that looks nicer. Let's get these three trees. I like the upside downness to it. Alrighty, Captain Jack, execute the end of stream. So if Caitlin's not on, why did I open MFP? Dang on it, I want to open Twitch. Oh, I don't think Jack heard me. Captain Jack, execute the end of stream. There's the socials, website, TKF, IRL Hub. Everything about me, right there, everyone. If you enjoy supporting the channel, that's a great spot to go. All those places. Twitter, Instagram, there's a Reddit, there's the YouTube, there's my website, which has all the information on it. All that fun stuff. Joanna, you're still awake. Joyce says, I'll be back once again. Thanks for... Oh, yeah. Hey. Happy you could be here, too. I'm glad Sage raided me one day, or if you followed from a raid that day, or if via a host. I'm not sure. I know you said Sage. Let's see. Oh, we did mention Jack earlier. No, Astra, you're the best. You all the best. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for the support. If you showed up from Hitch's stream, thank you for hanging out throughout the rest. I know it's not easy to stay after a raid. Usually people raid and run. So I appreciate you sticking around and watching until the end. I hope you enjoyed the content, and I hope to see you again next time. Shrike time. Shrike time. Yes, you know what? Because we mentioned Jack today, let's go to Jack's Facts. Right now, 3 viewers. So, this is going to be a good one, everyone, okay? No one spoil it. Hi, yes, I'm here. I'm so confused. Joanna, yes. Oh, there's 2 Joannas. Oh, Fox Red Buddy, thank you. All right, sending this raid, so I'm sending you all to Jack's Facts. Also does nature sort of content, edits photos at home, so it's not the outdoor sort of stuff. But yeah, I think I'm going to sleep in tomorrow because I'll be up late tonight trying to get to the lunar transit of Hubble. And so maybe another evening stream tomorrow. So hopefully see you all then. Wow, okay, so they have 3 viewers right now, and this is going to be a beautiful raid. So go there, show some support to educational content on Twitch, support IRL streamers, support people in TKF, the Knowledge Fellowship. I think you guys are going to enjoy your time here. So be nice, enjoy it, hang out there just like you stayed and hang out with me for a bit. All right, love you all. Thanks again for the support today. Usually I show face cam, but it'll be too dark for that right now. And it's time to go home and feed Watson and myself. Alrighty, love you all again. Bye-bye, and see you all, hopefully, tomorrow if weather permits. Oh, forgot my tagline. Explore, engage, and educate. Dr. W40. Booyah.